the big question we keep getting asked. Where are we at? Let me roll my window up. Where are we at and why are we not posting videos? I'll start out, first of all, we're no longer at Curry's by our choice. The whole rough riding issue, that had been an issue for 4 months. And we kept talking and begging them to fix that issue. And it finally came down to me pulling the shocks off of the rear of that truck by myself. I went in on a Saturday. They told us they took it for a drive. There was nothing wrong with it. It was running fine, or riding fine. So I finally had enough, so I pulled the shocks myself. I took a video of the shocks and I sent it to Freightliner. The Freightliner, where they actually bought the truck. I sent it to them. And I said, are these shocks any good? The guy took the video to 2 of the mechanics there at Freightliner and said, absolutely not. He said, those shocks are shot. Bring the truck up here. It's still under warranty. He said, we'll replace them ourselves for you. He said, you're going to tear more stuff up with the whole shock situation. He said, it's just beating the truck up, the condition that they're in. Well, that wasn't an option to me because I wasn't allowed to take it wherever I wanted because we have a shop. So long story short, they ended up replacing the shocks at our shop. And after that, the truck ran great. It ran just so smooth down the road. It was like riding on glass. But then there was a bunch of tension. I think what happened was I pissed off the shop manager because I proved him wrong. So then they took our truck, they slowed our truck down to well, they said 72 mile an hour, but the fastest we could ever get it to go after that was 71. And with us going out west a lot, where the speed limit's 75 and in some cases 80, like South Dakota, it just wasn't worth the test. I mean, I'm not going to say what we were making, but the money that we were making was not going to justify the slower speed because, especially out west, we were going to lose miles because of that. You know, we had a meeting with the owner, the general manager, the operations manager, and our dispatcher, and we were kind of thrown under the bus at that meeting. You know, we were not boasting, but we were good employees. We left everybody alone. We did our job. I thought we'd done our job very well. We never complained about anything that didn't deserve to be complained about. We never asked for a repair on our truck that wasn't needed. So I don't know why this whole shock situation turned into such a blown up mess like it did. Was also accused of speeding in South Dakota, which we were not. The speed limit in South Dakota is 80 mile an hour. They sat our truck at 80 mile an hour. I didn't do it. I don't have access to the computer on that truck. It was approved by the company to have it set at 80 mile an hour. So I don't know if that was like some smoking gun they thought they were going to come in there with and throw up to us or what, but we were not speeding in South Dakota. Our truck does 80 mile an hour. I mean, on an occasion going down a hill or something, Donna may have been doing, 81 and a half just from speeding up going down the hill. But other than that, I don't know what they thought they had there or what they thought they were trying to pull by throwing that in our faces. But anyway, with all that being said, kind of made it pretty obvious to Donna and I that just didn't feel like we were wanted any longer. We had the weekend to kind of chew it over a little bit, and I don't know, the more Donna and I talked about the meeting and the way the meeting went, the angrier we got, just because it felt like we were being thrown under the bus, because there were several people that completely agreed with us on the shock situation, and at the meeting they just sat there and said nothing in our defense. So anyway, we decided to quit. So that's what we did. We do have a job. We start on the 28th. Well, we've got to do a 2-day orientation. Donna and I went up there yesterday to the new company. Not for the orientation. We done a tour of the company yesterday. I talked to the shop manager. He took us on a tour through the entire shop that they have. Things just seem like night and day difference there. The new company that we're going to, we were offered, I won't say what, and I won't say what we were making at Curry's, but we were offered 40 cents more per mile to the truck. The week of the meeting, things kind of was leading up to the meeting, a lot of tension and stuff. So I even told the owner, I was honest with him. I told him, I said, yes, I have talked to a couple other companies because we were pretty disgusted with the whole situation. Anyway, when I was calling companies and talking to other companies, and I was just blown away by what a team can actually make. Donna and I have never teamed before. This was the first company we ever teamed with. And I was just blown away. The amount of money that they were offering us, and it's just amazing. We've got a choice between a VNL 780, which is the Volvo, the Kenworth T680, or a International LT, which is basically the Pro Star. I don't know if it looks a little fancier than the Pro Star we had. So I don't know if the LT is a replacement for the Pro Star or if it's just a fancier version, but those are our three choices in trucks right now. So that's what's been going on. Did we ever intend on leaving Curry's? No, I was planning, I'll be honest with you, I was planning to just be a lifer there. Things seemed to be going pretty well. We were making good money. But I guess at the time I also didn't realize how much more money we could be making. But, if a company keeps you happy, I don't know that the money is as big of an issue. I was perfectly content at Curry's until this whole issue with the shop. And like I said, again, it's not Curry's. It's not Curry's. It's not the office. I'm not trying to badmouth. There's certain employees at Curry's in the shop that probably shouldn't be in the position they are in. And if you stir the pot with those certain employees, you will find yourself being slowed down, or it'll basically come to a point where getting repairs are going to be difficult. We're not expecting this company to be all sunshine and rainbows. We know that's not going to happen. We know there's going to be issues. We know we're going to have problems, things like that, which goes with any job. It doesn't matter if you work in trucking or if you work at Walmart, you're going to have issues. At some point you're going to have issues, and we understand that. That's not a big deal. The issues I will not tolerate is maintenance. There's no excuse for not maintaining the truck. The way I look at it is this: if a company does not maintain a truck properly, there's no incentive for the driver to appreciate that truck or to care what happens to the truck itself. If you want the drivers to take care of your truck, you have to show them that you also care for that truck. So we'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. They wanted us, well, they didn't want, they asked if we wanted to start next week. I think, with everything that's been going on, with Curry's and with, us leaving and all the drama and the tension and everything else that we've been putting up with, I told her, I said, I think we're just going to take next week off. The main reason we left is this. We figured it this way. If we can't even get 4 shocks put on our truck, which were under warranty, without fighting for 4 months, what happens later down the road if we have a more serious issue? Not that this wasn't a serious issue. It was getting to the point where when you'd hit an overpass out on the interstate and it'd have, kind of a harsh apron, it was literally throwing the truck side to side. And in a couple cases, it actually threw the truck so hard that it pulled the steering wheel out of Donna's hand, because it's like our truck was just floating going down the interstate. So I think more than anything, we left because of safety, the safety aspect of it. I just didn't want, and like I said also, once the shocks were put on, the truck ran smooth. that was proving to the shop manager that he was wrong and we were right. And after that, everything just went kaputs after that. Just kind of made us feel like in the future, getting timely repairs or any repairs at all done was just going to be just pointless, I guess. All of that considered, and then all of the accusals that were thrown at us in the meeting, it just wasn't going to work out. That's the reason we left. Basically just got to the point where, you know, after that meeting, a lot of tension, which I don't want tension at work. We're pretty laid back, happy people. And to be treated the way we were in the meeting, to me, was completely absurd. So, anyway, on to bigger and better things, I'm hoping.